Finally getting back to the moto vlogs, everybody. We kind of took a long break here in the off season. Had a lot going on, had to get my box truck ready. Ended up getting a fresh motorcycle. That's the old bike that I raced last season. That's my 2019. That thing was starting to get high up in the hours. I needed to have a practice bike and a race bike. So I picked up this 2020 YZ450FX about a month ago. This is my first actual dialed ride on it. I got my MBR suspension on this thing, swapped that over from the old bike. Then I got it pretty much dialed in for the races. So we got some handguards on here, some fresh grips, radiator braces. Ended up putting this Kenda Washougal on here. This is my first time trying this tire today, so we'll see how that goes. And then obviously it comes with the skid plate, but then I put my case saver on there. Just kind of your normal things that you're gonna need on there to keep you from trashing a bike during a GNCC race. So gonna get this thing dialed in today, and then hopefully get some good footage and get back to the vlog action. We'll give a quick update with everything. That bike got completely rebuilt over the off season, except the engine. I didn't rebuild the engine, but the whole bike got framed. There'll be a clip of that, of me pulling an all-nighter to get that done. That's pretty funny. To fire off the first vlog coming into the race season, after the off season, then what I'm usually doing, working on my bike. So just got done doing a frame job on the 2019. I completely took this thing down. Wanted to have it ready for race season. I didn't know that it was going to end up being a practice bike, because I actually just a couple days ago picked up, that's a 2020 450FX. So I got it apart right now so I could match the wiring harness routing for this. I mean, this thing went completely to the frame, cleaned every part, greased every bolt. Everything was greased and tightened properly. I mean, this bike is as tight as it's going to get, tighter than even brand new, because it's probably tighter than the 2020 over there, because I got to take that apart and grease all its bearings and stuff like that. So I replaced all the suspension bearings. I mean, made this thing perfect. The only downside is, seeing is I still have to get the box truck ready for a race season. The 2020, I got to update that to be a race bike. So I got to build that to be a race bike. We're slacking on the graphics and the plastics. I'm still going to run the old beat up plastics from last season. It's just cosmetic, so I'm not too concerned about it. I hate that it's going to be like that. We'll see if I can bust out some extra hours at work. That would be sick. And then maybe get some plastics on there. So she at least gets its glory of a frame job. That's the best part, is after you do a frame job, you throw some new plastics and graphics on there, and the thing is gorgeous. But this one's not getting that, sadly, but she did get fully greased bearings. I mean, this thing's perfect, ready to rip. The only downside of doing this is it is 5 a.m. on a Saturday morning, and I gotta go to work. I gotta be at work in 2 hours, so had to pull an all-nighter to make this happen so we can start really get rolling into the season. So, yep. Finish that up. Now we're gonna go get to work and work on cars for another 8 hours after a 10-hour shift, all-nighter on the bike, back to working on cars. Funny. And then we'll take a look at my box truck setup while we're doing this. So I raced out of this like 3 times last year, and it worked really good, but I never got a good setup. I just finally dialed it in. So the only thing that's not dialed in is my spare tire that's still rolling around here. But we have the gas can set up. I was able to get my toolbox. I ended up getting this from Harbor Freight for like 300 bucks. It was a solid. All my parts, just stacked with parts and nuts and bolts. And then that is going to be our camping box. So we got pretty much just miscellaneous and some food in there. Gonna be bringing a pressure washer with me so I can keep the bikes clean after we get done riding. And then I put these wheel chocks in here with some D-rings, and I can fit both my bikes in here. We actually have 3 bikes with us today. Matthew, he's out riding, so we'll check that out later. But yeah, this is our setup, so I'm gonna get riding and then we're gonna get some footage. So here we have Logan. This is our newest member to the crew here for the Squid Moto Racing.
What's up?
And she's about to learn how to set sag, because I can't do that by myself, so I'm gonna teach her how to set sag real quick. By the way, I'm gonna need help setting my sag. We're gonna set this up right here. I gotta bounce on it a couple times. Okay, well, perfect. Cool. Well, it came off actually, like.
Say what's up, Moth.
Moth, we're vlogging. Vlogging? Oh, what's up? This is the third bike, the third rider. Yep. Little wet, he says.
A little bit. Crispy out there. Not really.
Maybe you weren't such a Sally, Matthew.
Huh?
It's not wet.
Nah, it's dry. Dry as a bone.
Dry as a bone. That's what I'm talking about.
Are you gonna strap this on your head?
Huh?
Are you gonna strap it on your head?
Not yet. I'm gonna wait till I warm up and I'm not all squid-like. So, I'm gonna go break in this brand new. See how she rides. So I'm gonna go take a whiz and then warm up a little bit. We're out at GTR. This is their little GP track, makes for good motos. So we get warmed up and then probably end up putting in a 2-hour moto. So we're doing the GNCCs this year. It's gonna be a long season. A lot of going from the 2-hour racing to the 3-hour racing is gonna be a hard transfer. So I'm gonna set a heart rate here, and then I'm gonna go put in a 2-hour moto in some sand whoops, and then hopefully have some good information when we come out. Yeah. My watch doesn't have motorcycles on there, but it's got bikes, so looks like that's what we're doing. There we go. Well, in the middle of my 2-hour moto, I'm about an hour and a half into my moto, and I was waiting for the low fuel light to come on my bike because it's an FX. I don't know if I don't have something plugged in, or if my gauge don't work, or if I need to get another harness. I don't know, because there's like one plug missing on that thing. But it was riding good. I was starting to feel the flow, and then it just died out of nowhere, just cut off. I've been ripping this deep sand. We're about, like I said, an hour and a half in. Now I'm walking back to my bike with the gas can gas it up and finish off this 30 minutes. Luckily, some guy was right there when I ran out of gas. He gave me a ride to my truck. Told him I was gonna walk back in because my dumb ass let my bike run out of gas, so I gotta work for it a little bit. So here we are. Beautiful day, sunshine. This place got some rain last night, but the dirt is primo. That good South Carolina sand with some moisture. So get back to this moto. Woo! There she is. Got some good ruts today. This dirt is primo. This is where she left me hanging. Check out some of this dirt here. This is what I've been riding for the past hour and a half. Big old whoops everywhere. Honestly, it's really fun. This dirt is sick. And I'm pretty excited how my body feels right now. I feel pretty in shape. But here's these rollers. Ripping these for 2 hours. It's brutal. I feel great though. I'm excited. Ready to go GNCC racing. Woo! Well, you guys, that's all I got after a 2-hour moto, quick 2 laps. I rode that track the whole 2 hours. I rode the inside and the outside, mixed it up which one I rode. I got about an hour on each track, but that was exhausting. I'm freaking smoked. It was kind of a dirty lap, wasn't as clean because I came in, sat down for a second, got my GoPro set up, but that wore me out. So that's a quick lap around the GP track out here at GTR. So I think I found my favorite perk of the moto truck, the new setup, and that's being able to bring the pressure washer and wash the bikes at the track. That makes this life a lot easier. Whew. Get my butt plug in there. There we go. A little action from the 2-hour moto. And gonna get this washed up, drink some protein shake right after that moto, and get out of here. You.
You asshole.
Don't worry, I do that to everybody.